Welcome back to Leeds lately. Tonight we've got a little bit of mood lighting because for some reason it has been decided by the gods of technology that one of my lights just isn't being recognized by my computer. So at some point that might come on, but for the moment you've got a kind of a moodlet max. But look, we're getting back to positivity because that last game made us all feel very negative. So I'm hoping for a big performance tonight, a big result as well. And I'm hoping, really hoping to get back to winning ways, get back on that trail for that title. So welcome everybody who's joining us. Welcome everybody who's joined us as well. Already, sorry, not as well. Welcome to all our Leeds Lately members. Of course, we've got Martin Sykes, Karen Curtin, Robert Wetzel, Ben from Rad Music Chat. We've got, who else have we got here? I bet there's one or two more. If I have, Ryan Tune as well, who is a new member. So shout out to Ryan. Thank you very much for becoming a member, Ryan. Really appreciate that. And yes, of course, welcome to all of our non-Leeds Lately members as well. I'm hoping for a big game tonight. We will go through the lineups very shortly, but first of all, how is everyone? How's everyone going? How is your kind of predictions coming for tonight? What do you think is going to go down here? Welcome, of course, to John Garside and Trev as well, just joining us as Leeds Lately members as well. We need a big result tonight. We really do. Ampadu's back in centre back with Rodon. Yeah, that is the case. That is the case, and just about 13 minutes now away from kickoff in this one. Yeah, look, it's a massive game. It's a massive game tonight. Just as we've got some people joining us now, welcome to the stream, everybody. I'm hoping for 2-0 to Leeds. We'll have a little update on the Middlesbrough lineup. So Travers in net, Dijksteel is right back. You've actually got Howson at centre back. So Johnny Howson is playing centre back. Now, as good as his passing range and ability on the ball in midfield is, I'm not sure he's got the pace to be a good centre back up against people like Daniel James. That remains to be seen. And he's next to Vandenberg, who I think he's only about 21. Illing Jr., who I think is on loan from Aston Villa. Kelechi Iheanacho are some other players who are notable mentions in their squad. When we go over to the Leeds United lineup, let's have a little look. Here we go. So, Leeds United line up like this. Darlow still stays in net. Meslier doesn't regain his position. You've got Bogle, Rodon, Ampadu, and Firpo as the four central, just the four defenders. Cat's just come in the room, pulling a toy with her. So you've got Ampadu is come in at centre back because of the injury to Strauch, which means that Gruev then comes in midfield with Tanaka. Then you've got James, Aronson, Solomon, and Peru. Aronson obviously coming back in again for Nonto. I went on Not Another Leeds podcast on Sunday evening. We discussed how we thought the lineup might change and stuff. And I did say that I thought that when Gruev is in, we don't concede that goal against Luton because of the way that Gruev covers his fullback and the way that he goes and picks up the positions to stop the cross coming in the box. It essentially plays as an auxiliary fullback. He can really help out in those situations where there's an overload at the back post. So I think Gruev has been brought in basically to allow Firpo that attacking threat going forwards, whilst also providing good cover in the center of midfield as well. So yeah, Gruev coming in, I think is a good move. And having Gruev and Tanaka in there, we should be pretty solid in midfield as well. Tanaka's made a couple of mistakes of late, but I'm hoping that he gets back to it. It's Trev saying Borough seriously weakened by injury. Should we surely get at least a point? Well, the thing is about Borough, they've made a couple of of crafty old signings have Borough. Illing Jr. And Kelechi Iheanacho, to just name a couple. And Iheanacho, we know he's no slouch. He's more than capable of being a top championship striker. So let's hope that they're not on their game. But like I said, the thing they need to worry about, the thing they need to worry about, essentially, I think, is the fact that Johnny Howson's playing at centre back, and I don't think that that's particularly to do with his ability. It's more just his pace and his ability to kind of maneuver when he's faced with somebody like Dan James. White Swan with the super chat. Thank you very, very much for that super chat, White Swan. Really appreciate that. White Swan saying an early positive vibe. 2-0 leads. Grev gives Firpo freedom, hopefully. Yeah, just so we agree on that then. Because I certainly feel like Grev does give Firpo that ability to not have to worry too much about his defensive responsibilities, which will allow him to get in that final third more, potentially allow him even to make those runs into the box in the half space where he scored a couple of goals this season. So yeah, look, I am feeling quite positive as well. I just want us to go out there and win. Sorry, I'm just starting the goal because White Swan's super chat reminded me that I haven't set a super chat goal. But yeah, thank you very much, White Swan. And I'm actually need to go and where is it? I seem to have lost it. Now, for some reason, White Swan's super chat hasn't come. Oh no, there it is. There we go. It just hadn't updated, so now I've liked it as well. Ailing injured, right? Yeah, I didn't know that either. I forgot about him, to be honest. Yeah, look, it's going to be a tough game. Michael Carrick's no slouch. Middlesbrough, even with injuries, have got a decent squad and a decent first team out. So, yeah, I'm just hoping that we can get this one done today. Let me just check something here. Right. I've unplugged and replugged in that light, and it now works. Fantastic. Look at that. We've got perfect lighting. We're up to good quality again. Clive T saying Howson reads the game well and is neat and tidy on the ball. He's my favourite player from the wilderness years. I'd wish he'd been able to play under Bielsa. Yeah, look, Howson is a very good footballer, and I think he's a very good footballer in the midfield. His passing range is excellent. His ability to spread the ball. He's dangerous when you're playing against him. But I do think that in centre-back, he can be a worry for them. April 2024, Middlesbrough 3, Leeds 4. Let's hope for a little bit less drama this time and Leeds to just walk away with it. That would be nice. Would be really nice, wouldn't it? If you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button down below. It massively helps us out and gets the stream out there to more people. And of course, if you are new here and you would like to join in with our lovely, lovely folks in the chat, make sure you go ahead and hit that big red sub button down below. This is a huge game, and we're about 5 or so minutes away from kickoff here at the Riverside Stadium. I'm excited, but a little bit nervous, and I'm really hoping that we get the job done today. I really am. Just check we've got everything set up. If anybody wants to see the Borough side, I'll switch that back over now. So Travers, Dykesdale, Howson at centre-back, Vandenberg and Illing Jr. make up the rest of the back four. Then you've got Morris and Hackney sat in front with Bergzorg, Azaz and Conway as the 3 across the midfield, and then Iheanacho as the number 9. Look, I mean, we were discussing this on Not on the Leeds podcast the other day as well. There's no way that Farker will be fired before the end of the season. But if we don't go up, I fully expect him to be fired. So at the moment, there's nothing we can do but back him, and that's what we've got to do. Really, we've just got to back him because there's not much that we can do to the contrary. To be honest, so we just need to support them and be positive. Hello, Cat. Look, so it's a big game. Just as we're kind of waiting for kickoff here, let us just give a bit of this. Here we go. Tickets are on sale now for the Leeds Creator Cup, where I will be captaining the Peacocks, one side of the Leeds YouTube scene, and on the other side of the Leeds YouTube scene will be captained by Joe Wainman, and that will be the Yorkshire Roses. Going head-to-head in a football match at the John Charles Centre for Sport on the 20th of July, supporting Prostate Cancer UK, and funded by the sponsors you can see at the top of the screen there. LeedsCreatorCup.com is the website to go to. All the details will be on there, but it's the 20th of July at the John Charles Centre for Sport. So if you want to do your bit for charity and you want to also meet all of us and see us play football and have a good day out, essentially, for not very much money as well, because for adults it's £7 and for kids it's £3. And like I say, it all goes to Prostate Cancer UK. Yeah, and if you want to come, go ahead go to LeedsCreatorCup.com and get your what do you call it? What are those things called? Tickets. Get your tickets there. They are digital tickets, not physical. So you'll get them to your email and you'll be able to show them at the venue. But yes, if you could, and if you can make it, please go ahead and get some tickets for LeedsCreatorCup.com for Leeds Creator Cup at LeedsCreatorCup.com. There we go. Well, players are heading out onto the pitch now. Joel Peru has got his game face on. Hopefully he gets some good service tonight and puts one in the back of the net. Really hoping so. Speaking of free falling is our top fan of the week with his £5 super chat in the last stream, which you'll be able to see at the bottom on the little ticker going across. Of course, as well, remember not to spoil my reactions or my game by talking about the score before it happens. I.e., if a goal goes in at either end, don't mention it in the chat until I've reacted to it. But there you can see Free Falling with a £5 super chat is our top fan of the week. And a number of corners since we last directly scored from one, which was Nonto's, is 5 now. Why is Peru in the team? He has done nothing in the last 8 matches. The only option beyond Peru is Patrick Bamford. So I'm not sure. I suppose Joseph is back on the bench now. But I'm not sure that either of them particularly provide a better finisher. Well, definitely neither of them provide a better finisher. Patrick Bamford provides at least a different type of player. I think I would like to see Bamford come on later on in this game to score against his old club, to kind of prove a point. I would like to see Bamford come on in this game. It might be an unpopular opinion, but I think the runs that he makes opens up chances for people. You can see Middlesbrough's lineup on the screen right now, but if I just press this button here, we should see the lineup we all... Oh, no, we've done it too many times. There we go. We should see the lineup we all want to see, which is the Leeds United lineup. For those of you who are just joining us, Ampadu drops into centre-back as Strauch is out injured, which means that Gruev comes into that two-man holding midfield alongside Tanaka, and Aronson gets his spot back from Nonto in the last game, and James and Solomon flank him with Joel Peru up top. That is the Leeds United lineup. We are now just seconds out from kickoff here, so let me get ready to start the timer on yet another Leeds United game. I don't know what's going on with Ramazani, Isaac. I really don't. Ramazani, to me, should have had a start long ago over Solomon. Ramazani scored a goal against Carlo Ancelotti's Real Madrid for Elche. I think it was Elche he played for, wasn't it? And he can't get in the Leeds United team in the Championship. So for me, I would like to see him. I would like to see him get some more game time. We are just about to kick off here at the Riverside Stadium. If you haven't already, make sure you hit that big red sub button down below as we get ready for one of the season dividing games. And we are off here at the Riverside. Here's Joe Rodon across to his newest defensive partner, but one who he has played with many, many times before, Ethan Ampadu. And now the ball back with Carl Darlow. Darlow with the ball up to Firpo, who just flicks that one on, but then cleared away, that is, by the defense of Middlesbrough here. Here's Jaden Bogle out on the right-hand side. Back to Rodon now. Now Darlow. Again, just a reminder for those of you who are new here, please don't put it in the chat if a goal goes in, just until I've reacted to it. Thank you. The ball's going to be played all the way back here to the Middlesbrough goalkeeper, and he's going to slice that one out to the touchline, headed back inside though, and now cleared away. Rodon heads it back forward, but picked up there by Howson. Now Dijksteel. Out to the right-hand side, and then back again, but Solomon is trying to harry Dijksteel here, and he eventually does win the ball back with a bit of help from his friends, and eventually gives the ball back to Ampadu. Good little bit of play there. Now here's Rodon. Back across to Ampadu. Gruev. Tanaka. Now Gruev, who's sat in that kind of left-back position at the moment, allowing Firpo to go higher. Here's Solomon, who sends it backwards again. This is the thing about Solomon. I do feel like he goes backwards a lot of the time. Potentially, he could go forward. Super chat coming in from Free Falling. Thank you very much, Free Falling. I'm no Farke fan, but I really hope we win tonight. We need it. Yeah, it's always in these situations, it's kind of like put your biases aside and just hope for the best as Leeds have a chance to put the ball across the box here, and it's 1-0! Dan James has put it in the back of the net. Dan James again has scored for Leeds. What a time to score. 2 minutes in. Thank you very much for the super chat, Free Falling. Leeds United are 1-0 up already. 2 minutes in. It's a ball into Firpo from Ampadu, who then just plays a lovely ball through to Solomon. Solomon squares it across. A combination of Dan James and Illing Jr., I think, somehow get the ball into the back of the net. Bundled in for 1-0 to Leeds. What a start. What a start. I don't know whether it's Illing Jr. or whether it's Dan James who scored there. I know it's Dan James gets it. Yeah, Dan James gets it. He gets his foot just in front of Illing Jr. Yeah, he's done really well there. No such thing. No such thing as too early. Let's go and get a couple. Coming forward now is here's Conway. Now out wide here to Bergzorg. Good foot there by Firpo, but a heavy challenge from Bergzorg, and Firpo's gone down. That must be so annoying as a manager, like for Michael Carrick, to be like 2 minutes in, you've conceded and your game plan's gone out the window. We did, John, but we have a fantastic record when we go ahead in any game. Put forward here from Darlow out to the right wing. Dan James goes up for the header, but Illing Jr. wins that, but it's going to go out for a throw-in. Is Bogle. Hi, Sajal. Welcome to the scream. Sajal saying hi, Max, and all Leeds fans haven't been on here for a bit just been too depressed with our form and results. Yeah, well, you've picked a good one to come back on, Sajal, because we've scored 2 minutes in, so it must be a good luck charm. He's Bogle. Now Dan James tries to play it inside, but it's cut out and it's going to be played all the way back to the Middlesbrough goalkeeper. Played forward here up to the halfway line, won by Bergsorg, and now Ampadu can send that one back forward. I think Piru was in an offside position, so couldn't even go for that. The ball back again with the Middlesbrough goalkeeper. Clearance from him's not gone too far, and Leeds can pick that up again through Rodon. Ampadu, though, is going to make a decision here, and he goes all the way back to Carl Darlow. Now Rodon. Long ball forward from Rodon into the front line here, whereas Solomon heads it back down to Piru. Piru now looking for a pass forward. Piru with the ball forward towards Aronson, but Illing Jr. had that covered. Plays it out wide for a Leeds throw-in. Pretty sure Illing Jr. is a winger, but he's being played as left back. Literally just as I said that, the commentator confirmed it. Here's Darlow. Are they playing? Who's playing it? Who else is playing at the same time as us tonight? Ball over the top there, just ahead of Dan James. I don't know if Borough are safely in the playoff spot, Sajal. Championship. There you go. When scoring first, Leeds 46 games, 40 wins, 6 draws. It's not a bad record, is it? Well, Sheffield United are 1-0 down to Millwall. Burnley are drawing with Derby County. So kind of everything's been a good start for us here. A long ball forward there, and Rodon can easily cut that out. He's got a man on, though, and he passes it to Darlow, who passes it straight back to Rodon. That was a risky pass from Darlow, but it came off. Long ball forward here, headed away, though, by Howson. I don't think I ever remembered Howson being that big when he was at Leeds. Like, he seems like I've always thought it was like a little kind of smaller, diminutive midfielder. Maybe that's just remembering from my childhood. What a turn that is by Aronson as he plays it forward to Dan James. Dan James on the edge of the box, shoots. Good save by the goalkeeper. Comes back out to Dan James again here. Dan James tries to go past his man, but he's cut out there by Illing Jr. And now Azaz has it on the left-hand side. Tried to play it forward, though, cut out by Leeds immediately. And Tanaka should have played a pass forward there. Instead goes backwards. Here's Solomon now. Played into Junior Firpo on the halfway line. Now Gruev. Tanaka. Bogle. Now Tanaka. Ampadu. Here's Firpo down the left-hand side. Tries to play a ball forward, just too heavy, and it goes all the way through to the Middlesbrough goalkeeper there. Oh. Yeah, if these two, if the Leeds score and the Sheffield United score stay the same, then Leeds go back top, which would be a real blessing considering how the last couple of games have gone. I agree, Sajal, as well, because if we do concede, then yeah, it's if we get another goal, and we're much safer, aren't we? Rather than just hoping we can hold on. Here's Azaz. Good foot away by Tanaka, though. Now Dijksteel. Outright wide here to Bergzorg. Just can't quite get hold of it. And Firpo actually plays it off Bergzorg for a Leeds goal kick. Good bit of play there by Leeds. Burnley are winning. Again, it was only like 2 seconds ago I checked. No, Burnley aren't winning. Here's Darlow. Long ball forward. Headed away by Dijksteel. Picked up by Firpo. Not a great header by Firpo, and that's going to be a throw-in about halfway inside the Borough half. Dijksteel back to Howson here. Across to Vandenberg. Oh, if they win. Okay, sorry. Yeah, I had a mini heart attack then, White Swan, when you said that they'd scored. So that's good. Anyway, ball back out here on the left-hand side with Illing Jr. Illing Jr. trying to go past Bogle, but Bogle's got too many games under his belt to let that one go past him. Here's Azaz. Now back to Howson. Bergzorg loses the ball there, and now Joel Pirou's got it out on the left-hand side. Fouled there by Harness, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick just outside Daniel Farke's technical area. Here's Tanaka. Ball all the way back to Darlow now. Gruev all the way back down to Darlow. Aronson tries to go down the line there, tackled there, and it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. Bogle throws it back here to Rodon now. Rodon across to Ampadu, who's looking for options ahead of him. Long ball down the line here from Ampadu. Great ball inside from Bogle. Bogle now to Dan James. Dan James goes to shoot. Curls just past the far post. See what he's trying to do? Trying to do what he did in that last game against Luton there, Dan James, but just not enough bend on it for it to go in the top corner. I understand why he'd try it after the way it came off in the last game, but he had a good bit of swerve on it, but just not enough. I'd love to do that, White Swan. Wouldn't that be good? Oh, it's Travers, isn't it, the goalkeeper? Here is Travers. Sends that long. Just over the halfway line where Rodon heads it away, and it's going to be a throw in here. Illing Jr. can come and take. Taken backwards there to Vandenberg. Now across to Johnny Howson. Back into the midfield again. Now Howson again receives the ball from Morris. Out wide to Dijksteel. That's going to be a throw-in here just outside Carrick's technical area to Middlesbrough, but then back into his own defence again. Ball spread out wide here to Azaz on the left-hand side. Heading forwards here and looking for options, but he goes back here to Morris. Now across again to Howson. Leeds in quite a rigid formation as they try and break us down here. Dijksteel into the midfield now. Good tackle though by Leeds, and now Tanaka. Rodon carries it a little bit. Still carries it here, Rodon, and eventually is brought down, not given as a foul, though, and Rodon's got to get back in his position now before a long ball's launched over his head, but Leeds have stopped that. No, Darlow's not had to make a save yet. That's going to be a Leeds. Oh, no, it's going to be a Middlesbrough throw-in, actually. Right in front of Carrick. Here's Howson. Now Vandenberg. Howson. Here's Howson. Sorry, that wasn't Howson. That was Morris there, I think. And now back to Howson. And now Sepp Vandenberg. It's not Sepp Vandenberg, is it? It's a different Vandenberg. And now Illing Jr. Inside here to Azaz. Hackney. Dyke Steele out wide to Bergzorg. Onto the edge of the box for Iheanacho. Shoots over the bar there. And it's going to be a Leeds United goal kick. I think it probably was a deflection there. Yeah, I think it hit Brendan Aronson, maybe it was. No, it's Tanaka. It's Darlow now. That was their first attempt on goal over the bar. Here's Illing Jr. Back to Howson, into Morris, back to Howson again. Sometimes I do like to flick just to their lineup, just so I actually know what the players are called. Because Morris and Hackney are their two centre midfielders. But at the moment, here's Illing Jr., one I didn't know, coming down the left-hand side. Looking to cut inside now, picked up by Hackney. Back out to Illing Jr. again, looking for a passing option. Here's Hackney. Now Morris. Cross now to Howson. Back to Vandenberg. Illing Jr.'s first time ball down the line as Zaz tried to put it in the box. Good clearance by Ampadu, but picked up again here by Middlesbrough. And then a good tackle by Illing Jr. is going to go all the way through to Darlow, who can fall on that. It did touch Tanaka. It changed the trajectory of the ball. You could see from the angle I saw, you can see that it changed the trajectory of the ball. Aronson playing okay, Ben's asking. Not particularly amazing. Like, I haven't really seen him do much. But look, we're only 17 minutes in. He might not have had that much opportunity to get involved. Here's Brendan Aronson now, charging forwards towards the box. Here's Piru. Piru tried to play it one more around the corner there to Solomon, I think it was. Oh, no, it's Dan James it was, but now they clear it away. Now Rodon, the ball's just a magnet to him. Plays it into Solomon. Now Aronson. Just too much in there. And then Aronson commits a foul, and it's going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough that the whole thing stops. Here's Morris. Ball forward here, and then good tackle by Leeds, but it still goes back to them. And now Azaz, a bit behind him, but can still take it with him. Here's Azaz. Crosses the ball in towards the back post. Firpo heads it away. Good defensive position in there from Firpo. Here he is again after being given the ball back by Solomon. Solomon's just hoofed it into the box there. That's dodgy. Thank God we cleared that one away. But the Middlesbrough fans are getting up and getting excited there because they think that their team is forcing us into mistakes. Can't argue with them too much at the moment. Here's Johnny Howson. Now Morris. Now Hackney. Back to Johnny Howson again. Here's Zilling Jr. now on the left-hand side. Ball back now with Vandenberg. Hackney. Howson. Bad pass there, and now Leeds can pick the ball up with Solomon out on the left-hand side. Firpo tackled, but not fouled. Here's Ampadu. Now Darlow. Tanaka, sometimes Darlow needs to trust the. See, that was really poor from Darlow. He needs to trust the player who's asking him for the ball. If Tanaka is giving you the option to pass it, give it to him early. Even if he's got a man on his back, he will turn out of that situation and play a ball out wide to Bogle, which was on. Darlow saw that he had a man on his back and thought, oh no, I don't want to give it him there. And that moment of hesitation meant that he had to try and play it out wide, and he played it out for a throw-in, and now Middlesbrough got the ball back from it. So it's important that Darlow trusts the players that are asking for the ball. Here's Hackney. Back now to Vandenberg, and now Hackney again. Here's Dykesdale. Ball down the right-hand side now. Here's Bergzorg just in the corner of the box. Could run there from Dan James to get the ball away. Dan James is on a sprint here. Eventually is tackled, but unlucky there, really, because he ran half the pitch. He's so quick. That's what we were saying. That's what we always say in amateur football, isn't it, Isaac? Like, if you're in doubt, hit the channels. Here's Howson coming onto the edge of the box, drops it off for Azaz. He's got a pass onto Bergzorg, but he shoots himself, and the deflection is off Tanaka, and it's going to be a corner kick here to Middlesbrough. We've got the Luna the Copcat is behind me on her little cat tree. So she should bring some good luck. Corner kick to come in then from Borough. You'd be fuming if you're Middlesbrough, because they had a whole corner routine planned out then, and just as they took it, which was to go a short corner, but a long short corner, if you will, along the ground to somebody who was way back, that whole thing was stopped because the referee started blowing his whistle because there was a bit of pushing and shoving in the box. Now the ball comes in first time. It bounces through everyone. It's 1-1, but it's offside. It's 1-1, but it was offside. I don't understand how the hell it went through. So the corner was taken, hits the first man, but Peru misses it. Yeah, he was offside. Thank God for that. And then it just kind of bounced through Vandenberg and landed at Conway's feet. I don't understand how the hell that happened. Thank God for you, Jaden Bogle. Thank God you were switched on to run out. Welcome, Mr. P. We've just nearly conceded an equaliser, but we're back on it again here, and it's going to be a free kick to Leeds here, I think. That is a let off. I've got no idea how that came through to Conway in the end. Is Bogle. The thing about that is that it wasn't even a situation where You know, sometimes players are a little bit hesitant to stick a foot out in case they accidentally put it in their own goal, but it was facing the opposite direction. So if they'd have stuck a foot out, it only would have gone out of the box. So the fact that nobody got a toe on it to poke it away. Yeah, Peru just misjudged it completely and it went straight through him. Tanaka. Now Tanaka just played the ball into touch. Here's Hackney. All the way back to Vandenberg now. We do miss Rothwell, you're right. Definitely, Rad. Miss Rothwell a lot. Ball out wide to Illing Jr., who can't take that touch, and it's going to be a Leeds throw in. Aronson was battling for it there, but he can't quite get it. And now Hackney's down the left-hand side here, looking for an option. Plays it into Azaz. Eventually cleared away by Firpo there. Up to Dan James. Find a pass, Dan. Gets it into Peru's feet. Peru turns. Now Dan James takes it off him again. Can Dan James find a pass here? Plays it out wide. Dan James is doing really well tonight, carrying that ball forward. Now Junior Firpo. Now we've gone backwards, though, which allows their whole team to get back in again. It's so slow when we do that. We had a whole fast break, and then we just decided to stop and start passing the ball backwards. Now Bogle. Give it. Rodon should have given it back to Dan James there because he could have had a run at the defender down the line. Maybe got the ball in the box. We're making too many negative decisions. Ampadu into Solomon. He's got Firpo outside him. Gruev. Rodon. I hope so, Ryan. Really hope so. Here's Ampadu. Tries to play it out wide here to Dan James. He's got Bogle running beyond him. Again, he goes back, though. Now Rodon. It is like watching walking football at times, isn't it? Now Firpo. Peru. Tanaka. Gruev. Now Firpo. Gruev again. Back to Firpo. Now Solomon cuts back. I just knew that he was going to drop it off to the centre-backs again. Aronson down the line. This is better. Aronson running towards the box now. Looking to try and cross it across the box. He's claiming for a handball. It's going to be a Leeds throw-in. No, hit Howson directly in the chest. Did well, though, Aronson, to get down the line like that. And do you know what? Like, I'd love to see Ramazani come on as early as possible, even half time. It's a foul there by Aronson. A bit too overzealous in that challenge on Hackney, and it's going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough just inside their own half. Here's Vandenberg. And now Hackney with it. Here's Vandenberg. Hilling Jr. Back to Vandenberg. Now here's Hackney. Good foot there by Hackney again, but this time it's going to be a Leeds throw-in because it came off Illing. Surely to God that came off Illing Jr. No, apparently not. Here's Middlesbrough with the ball again. I didn't actually see his comments on Ramazani. Michael, what did he say? Piru trying to get a foot in there, but doesn't want to make a foul. But the ball goes back to Ampadu anyway. Good ball from Ampadu forward here to Piru. Piru out wide now. Here's Solomon looking for an option. He's got Dan James beyond him here, but he plays it to Piru. Piru on the edge tries to play a ball there, but it's cleared in the end by Bergzorg. Up to Conway, who plays it out wide for Iheanacho. Good foot there, and how Firpo has it back. Now Solomon. Inside again to Firpo. Firpo trying to go down the line. Work rate was not good enough when he came on as a sub. I'm not sure I agree with that. I think that seems like it's any old excuse. Throw into Leeds, though, out on this right-hand side. I don't see Solomon particularly working that hard to get back and help out the fullback. Like, you see, the way that you see Dan James coming back to help the fullback, I wouldn't say that I've ever noticed Solomon working any harder than what Ramazani does. Here's Firpo. Now Gruev. I know what you mean, Liam B, but to be fair, when you do have Ampadu in the back line and Gruev playing, you've essentially got three at the back, but two of them are midfielders with a good passing range. So you should kind of have a bit more than just a traditional back three when you're playing like that. Is Rodon. Back to Ampadu again. Tanaka. Gruev, he plays it all the way back to Darlow. Excuse me. Sorry about that. The old Yornio. Here's Ampadu. Just needs to be careful not to get dispossessed on the edge of his own box, but he does find Gruev. Now Firpo. Back to Gruev again. Firpo, Ampadu. Ampadu with a long raking ball out wide to Bogle here. Bogle with a good touch. Bogle looking to... Oh, great ball from Bogle into Dan James. Across the box. Solomon can pick it up on the other side. Someone should have finished that. Back now to Firpo. Firpo to square it across. And saved by the goalkeeper, Travers. And it is going to be a Leeds corner kick. Yeah, look, the pass from Dan James was straight across the face of the box there, and there needed to be someone finishing it. And then Firpo tried to do the same thing to square it back, but the goalkeeper makes a good save. I think the goalkeeper saved it with his balls to be honest. Ball comes in from the corner. This time it hits the front man. I don't know why I say this time. Another chance for us to get the ball in the box, though. Crossed into the back post. It's 2-0. Oh, the flag's up. Tanaka had scored, but the flag was up. I think it would have been really tight, that. I think this is one of these situations where we've been disallowed a very good goal. No, he's onside. He's onside. He's onside. The Football League's corrupt. The Football League's corrupt. He was onside. He was literally onside. That's shocking. That is shocking. Here's Illing Jr. down the left-hand side, crosses it into the box, and then thank God Iheanacho is absolutely useless because he sent that out of the stadium. Yeah, look, he's onside there. He's completely onside. like well onside as well. Let's remain positive. We've shown that we can score twice in this game. We've shown that we can score twice in this game. So why can't we go on and get more? What does an apology letter do, though? It doesn't help you get your 3 points back, does it? In case you in case we don't. Here's Solomon on the right-hand side. Looking for an option here. Now Tanaka. Now Solomon tries to cross it into a shocking pass by Solomon. Really poor. Firpo's able to pick it up at the corner flag. It was that bad, that cross. Now Ampadu. Gruev. Out wide to Firpo. Give it to Tanaka. That's it. Now Tanaka look for an option. Back to Firpo. Back now to Gruev. Sajal saying he hates it when we slow down after scoring. Gruev. It's better if they actually count, isn't it? Is Gruev trying to come forward? Fouled though, and it's going to be a Leeds free kick. So this free kick hasn't been taken yet, but they're all lining up on the edge of the box ready for it. Tanaka's still talking to the linesman saying that his goal was onside. Imagine if we had VAR. Seems to be a minute's applause here, but I'm not sure what it's for. Cross comes into the box, headed away to the edge. Now Bogle. Commentators are still just taking the mick out of Iheanacho's shot. It went that high up in the air. Great ball forward, though, towards Peru. Oh, and he's actually... Yeah, Howson's going to have to... Oh, no, sorry, it wasn't him. It was Vandenberg, I think. It's going to be a Leeds corner kick. To be fair, yeah, the Middlesbrough fans should be applauding. This is their cup final anyway, Middlesbrough, and their stadium's half empty. Corner kick about to come in then. Oh my God, that's absolutely shocking. Who took that corner? That is a really bad call. Thank you, commentator. Yeah, Tanaka was way onside. That was a shocking corner from Solomon as well, by the way. Can we just have a look at Ramazani, please? Christ. Or even Nonto. Bring Nonto on that side. If you're upset, Daniel, at bringing Ramazani on because you don't think he's winning his duels or whatever other bollocks you spouted, put Nonto on the left wing. Anything but the form that Solomon's in at the moment. I think he really kind of hinders his cross for the Tanaka, what would have been a goal, was really good, but his dead balls are not going well. He keeps turning backwards and not really kind of progressing the play. His Firpo. Now Gruev, not a great pass. It goes out for a throw-in. Now Vandenberg. Vandenberg gets it back again. Ball back with Travers now. Bogle just tries to get the ball away. Ball back again. It's not necessarily about that. Over the last couple of games, I think that anybody who was playing in his position would have created those goals, because it's literally just a pass straight across the face of the box. If you get what I'm saying, the first one. Like, you're not telling me that Ramazani or Nunto aren't capable of just passing it across the box. Here's Bergzorg. Rodon clears that one. It's also annoyed me, the comments about Ramazani not working hard enough when he comes on, when Solomon does not work hard. So can tell that's just a bull excuse. I'd like to see someone like Rothwell on corners. Oh, wait. Sepp Vandenberg. It's not Sepp. Sepp Vandenberg plays for Spurs, doesn't he? It's something else Vandenberg, and I'm not sure what it is. Now Elling Jr. down the left-hand side. I'm actually not sure how long Rothwell's out for. Colin, to be fair. Here's Bergzorg out on the right-hand side. Crosses it into the box. Cleared away by Bogle. Had to do it. Corner kick then. The centre-back Howson is going to come up and take the corner. Corner taken quickly. Good block there by Joel Peru from Howson's attempted delivery. Here's Illing Jr. Here's Howson out on the left wing, tries to cross it in. Cleared there, or attempted clearance by Firpo, and eventually to Solomon. Solomon's trying to do a roulette turn in his own, like near his own box. Free kick to Leeds then. Darlow then ready to take his long goal kick. Well, free kick, but basically a goal kick. Sends it high and wide. Not a good enough challenge by Bogle there, but Firpo might be able to get on the end of this one to stop Bergzorg. No way is that a free kick. Referee's lost his head. Iheanacho tackled there, and now Joel Peru. Peru tries to play it back across. Should have played a better pass than Peru, even if he was being held on to. Look, Borough aren't a bad side, so we can't expect them to be a walkover. Oh, lost the ball there again. Good foot from Tanaka, but it's gone back to William Jr. again. Now into Iheanacho, who's come out of the box to receive it short. Now Hackney. That's not a foul, ref. Bogle was just, I think he breathed on Hackney then and he fell on the floor. No, I'm sorry. How's he gone down from that? That's shocking. I don't know, Ruggie. I really don't know. Delivery coming in then from Illing Jr. towards the back post. Away by Rodon. Oh, there was 1 minute added onto this first half, by the way. There's 20 seconds left. Ball out wide to Azaz. Delivery deep in towards the box, headed away by Firpo. Here's Morris who picks it up, and that is going to be the half-time whistle. Leeds in at 1-0 up at half-time. Should have been 2-0 because we had a ball in the back of the net disallowed, even though it was a perfectly good goal. Right. We'll talk about that very shortly. I'm just going to go and fill up my water bottle ready for the second half. Tanaka is, and I think a few other Leeds players are remonstrating with the officials to say that was clearly onside. What are you playing at? So yes, I shall be back very, very shortly. Don't go anywhere. Let's do this actually this time. Let's do this. I'll be back very shortly. One thing we can say on that first half is that it's a definite improvement on what we've seen against Luton, Swansea, and QPR. I'll say that. The thing as well that I think a lot of us forget, just one second. The thing that a lot of us forget in this in this game, really, in football, is that there's another team on the pitch, and I'm guilty of it as well, saying, "Oh, why are we so bad? Why are we not doing very well? Why aren't we able to play the way we want to play, etc." There's another team on the pitch, and Middlesbrough are not a bad side. Even with the injuries, they've got a very decent side, which you can see on the screen right now. And they've got a very decent manager who knows what he's doing. And for us to be 1-0, potentially should have been 2-0 up, it's not bad. It really isn't bad. So you can understand why people might be a little bit frustrated with some of the passing and stuff, but there's another team on the pitch. And I do think that they I do think that they've got a good lineup against us. But as Colin says, we're top of the league. Basically things couldn't be going any better in terms of outcome at the moment, yeah. But we should have had a second goal, really, shouldn't we? Just listening to what they're saying about that first goal. I think Neil Warnock, he's just saying out. He love out like me. That I love that. Like a player who's just got that desire to go and win the ball ahead of his defender. He should have no chance of getting to that, and he's got there. So it's great for the lad, isn't it? It's great for the lad. This second goal, absolutely not offside, as White Swan says. Look, Tanaka at the back post. He's well onside. Yeah, Warnock calling it out as a disgrace. He was well onside, wasn't he? He was well onside. It wasn't even a close call. Yes, Stewie Dallas saying basically that a letter from the EFL isn't worth shit because it doesn't affect and change and help what's actually going on in the game when we should have had a second goal. Yeah. Like Colin says, hopefully it won't matter in 45 minutes' time. Very positive, Colin. I'm enjoying your comments tonight. Free falling saying that's where VAR would come in handy. Yeah, look, if VAR can be implemented properly, it's fantastic. It's just the bloody, I don't know, imbeciles that sat in the St George's Park one when they do it for the Premier League, and some of the decisions they make, even after seeing a lot of replays, sometimes they still make ridiculous calls. Remember, again, I know you saw it at halftime, but the tickets are on sale now for the Leeds Creator Cup. All proceeds go to Prostate Cancer UK. LeedsCreatorCup.com for your ticket. £7 for adults, £3 for kids. And you can come and watch all those YouTubers, me captaining the Peacocks against Joe Wainman captaining the Yorkshire Roses in a big old game of football at the John Charles Centre for Sport on the 20th of July. And it's all for a great cause. So if you want to, go to LeedsCreatorCup.com to get your tickets now. Yeah, look, I hope we go out and score an early goal in the second half. I really do. I really do. it's one of those things where if it goes on too long, we're thinking about that goal that was disallowed, and I'm just hoping that we can, that we can go ahead and score. Am I still? Oh, the time is still going. No one told me. There we go. It's ready for the second half now. Just. Penny saying, can we buy on the day? That's a question for Mr. Joe Blackburn. What I'll do is I'll WhatsApp him now and ask him. There might be some left on the day, but just to avoid disappointment and to avoid not getting a ticket, the idea is to get them on there. But I will ask Joe. Just 1 second. Hi, Joe. Just had a question. Can they buy tickets on the day? Question mark. Mr. P with the £2 super chat. Fingers crossed for another lead. Well, we've got a lot of fingers crossed there. Hold on. All right, I can do 4, 5, 6. That's about as much as I can do. But yeah, thank you for the super chat, Mr. P. White Swan saying, didn't my super chat count, Max? What was that towards, mate? Was that towards the super chat goal thing, you mean? I set the super chat goal after you'd sent that. But super chat goal, it doesn't actually like do anything per se at the end of it. It's just it helps me to kind of set it up basically. Sky Sports doing that thing where they haven't got enough adverts to play, so it just says coverage will resume shortly. Peru a little off. Yeah, I think I actually would like to see Bamford at some point. That's mad to say, isn't it? I know the other day when I think there was I think on the Leeds' Twitter account, there was a thing came up saying 70 whatever minute, Patrick Bamford enters the pitch. And then I think someone had replied with a GIF of Robin Williams from Castaway saying, what year is it? And I kind of, that kind of resonated with that because I thought, Jesus, like we're still asking for Patrick Bamford to come on and do something in 2025. It's quite mad, isn't it, really? Why is my mic always so loose? I'm just going to unplug my... Oh, was it from Jumanji? Thanks, Michael. I'm just going to unplug my mic just for a second to try and screw it in a bit better. Right, we should be back. Can everybody hear me? Can you all see me? Just a little Gilderoy Lockhart quote for you there. Can you hear me? I just need to check that that's all coming through okay on the audio. That's it here. Hold on. Yeah, looks like it. Thank you, Colin. Yeah, look, I'm really hoping that we can score early in the second half because I just don't want it to get on our backs too much that we had that goal that went in and didn't count. That's a throwback. That's what they call a callback, Munchie, from weeks and weeks ago. Peterborough, Birmingham, 2-1. Oh, apparently Birmingham will be back in the Championship tonight if they if they win their game today, Cardiff, they'll be promoted or guaranteed promotion. Being said on Blue Sky that Williams is the same lineup that disallowed Nonto at Coventry and Piru against Millwall. Well, that is worrying, isn't it, Robert? We'll just leave that on the screen for a little bit. Maybe it's just flattering light, Clive. All right, we should be back any second now. Ooh, Dan James just took a big some big studs to the knee there. Got some big blood marks there, like blood bruises, if you get what I mean. You know when you get like a really red bruise? He must have seen it back at half. Oh, hello, cat. He must have seen it back at half time, you know, that linesman, because he's looking at the Leeds players and going, timer, second half, underway. There we go. We're underway here. Here's the ball out wide for Illing Jr. No substitutions from either side so far. Good chest there from Ampadu down to Solomon. Now Firpo onto the left-hand side. He's got Bergzorg chasing him. Plays it backwards to Gruev. Gruev's pass to Solomon has been cut out there by Dijksteel, and now Howson gives the ball back to Travers, who sends that one up to the halfway line. Header away by Ampadu. Flicked on there by Aronson, but no one there behind him to get it. Piru closing down. Piru closing all the way down to the goalkeeper. Travers clears that one away, though. That's going to be a free kick around the halfway line. Munchy Toy saying, "Oh, great chance missed from Millwall's second." Yeah, look, if they got a second, we'd be in dreamland, wouldn't we? How many games are left after this one? Someone let me know. I did know the other day, but I've forgotten. Long ball forward here from Middlesbrough. Bogle's going to have to try and just shield that one out for a Leeds goal kick for Ilan Darlow to take. Well, Farker's got some sort of stain on his jeans knee because he's currently trying to rub it off. And I realise how that sounds. Yes, as soon as I said it, I realised. It's Firpo. Oh, Solomon's just gone down like a sack of spuds, screaming. I think someone stood on his toe. No, I didn't. Let me watch that again. I didn't really see him get stood on. Five games remaining. Bloody hell. Maximum of 15 points to be had then. Is that 5 games after this one as well? Let's just have a look, to be honest. I've literally got it up on another tab. I'm just being that lazy. Yeah, 41. So 5 games after this one. 15 points. Do you know what? If we win all of our remaining games, we finish it on 100 points. Wouldn't that be nice? What? Can somebody tell me after 41 games how many points were we on last season? Here's Piru. Now Firpo. Tanaka. Ampadu. Tanaka again. Here's Gruev. Alex Mowat has scored for West Brom and 1-1 with Bristol City at the moment. Yeah, so a maximum of 100 points. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Let's just win everything that's left. Here's Gruev. Ampadu with a long raking ball out to the right-hand side to Bogle. Bogle's touch doesn't really help him out too much, but he does keep hold of it and give it back to Rodon now. They are trying to press fast here, Middlesbrough. You can see they come flying out the blocks. Gruev. Ampadu, Tanaka, Gruev. Now Firpo. Gruev. We were third on 86 points after 41 after a loss against Coventry. Here's Dan James. Plays it into Firpo. Firpo into Piru. Oh, good save again by Travers. Another chance for Firpo to get it in, but it's going to be a corner kick. I thought we would be on more than we were on last season, to be honest, Chazza, but we're actually on less by a point. Oh. Yeah, Piru just couldn't get it, slide it under the goalkeeper. That's a short corner. Now Solomon is bobbling around in the box. It's still bobbling around in the box. And now Dan James picks it up. He's probably going to shoot. No. Tries to pass it. Dan James again. Now Solomon inside the box. Solomon shoots. Aronson. Oh, he tries to just turn and shoot, but he can't in the end. And now, oh, that's a bad challenge there by Ampadu, I think it was. He missed it completely. He missed the entire man and the entire ball. That was a good shoulder by Tanaka there, and now Firpo has it. Firpo wanting to come forward. Firpo fouled, and that's going to be a Leeds free kick. How on earth did we not score there? Luna. Here's Dan James out on the right-hand side. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about Ampadu. I thought he was going to take him out because he came flying in. Here's Firpo. Good turn by Solomon here, but Dijksteel's right on him. Back to Firpo. Oh, good ball there from Firpo inside to Tanaka. Back again to Solomon. Back again to Tanaka. Oh, Tanaka again gets dispossessed. But it has been slowed down. They've gone all the way out to Dijksteel in it right back. Here's Illing Jr. Out on the left-hand side. Drops it back off to the halfway line. You can see that Leeds are just maybe getting a little bit frustrated in the second half. The action areas have been 33% in Middlesbrough's final third, 59% in the middle third, and 8% in Leeds' final third. So we can see we've been dominant from that. It's just, can we make that count for something? Can we get a goal? We've been very, very close. Ball now down the left-hand side here for Illing Jr., who crosses it in. Terrible cross in the end. Darlow can take the goal kick. Quarantine, we have had 4 shots, 3 on target, not including the offside goal. Yeah, so I think we're playing pretty well. I do think we're playing pretty well. Here's Ampadu. Back to Darlow. Darlow clears that one. Farker must have said to him, look, if you're not comfortable, just clear it. Borough 4 shots, none on target. Thanks, Karen, for the statistics. Here's Rodon. Back again to Darlow. Ampadu now. Now Gruev. If you can get it to Rodon, they can spread it out to Bogle and go down that side. But no, he comes back the other way and goes to Ampadu now. Gruev. Now it's Bogle. Bogle with the ball down the line. It's gone straight to Dan James. Dan James is in down the right-hand side here. Can he find the pass? Dan James across and no one's there to finish it. Piru and Solomon, neither of them slid in. One of them should have slid in to just try and bundle that in the net. It's a fantastic ball there. Why did they not try to... I don't understand that. Put it in the back of the net. They both got overexcited and ran past Dan James. Here's Bergzorg. Very frustrating. Back here with Azaz, I think it was there, and now Howson. I think that might be Morris, actually. Here's Hackney. Ball out wide to Illing Jr. Mateo Joseph and Patrick Bamford. I don't know if you were saying that they're warming up or just that they are waiting for their opportunity over Peru. I think they might be warming up here, but here's Illing Jr. down the left-hand side. He's got away from Bogle. Ball across the box towards the back post. It's an open chance for him. Azaz skies it over the bar. Yeah, there was so much time and space there. Look at Solomon. He's miles away. He never tracks back. Solomon should be the one stopping that, because if it was on the other side, you'd see Dan James stopping that. Where did you see it in the first shot? He's miles back. It's criminal that when you're asked to be being asked to track back and you don't get anywhere. He didn't even move, Solomon. He was stood about halfway inside his own half and just didn't go anywhere near tracking back. He didn't even think about it. Someone was calling him a lazy git before. Cross into the box. Header away by Ampadu. Only to the edge, though, for Iheanacho. Firpo going out wide to stop Bergzorg's cross, and he does. Hello. Don't know if you can hear that, but the cat's just meowing at me. Go on then. I'll sit in my lap if you want. Back in the box here is Bergzorg, who just... Yeah, who is it that's saying Leeds' goals living a charmed life? Mr. P, it was. It is. Bergzorg's just sliced it wide there. Just properly dragged his shot. It's a difficult angle, but Leeds need to score a goal. just for that stability. Come on, then. Come on, then. You can be the little mascot. Say hi to everyone. You can stand on my desk if you like. You can actually sit there. Middlesbrough with a real sustained bit of possession now. Here's Illing Jr. on the left-hand side. Crosses it in. Conway in the box, blocked by Rodon well. And then from the edge of the box, Hackney with a good strike, but Darlow caught it in the end. Hello. Hello. That mic cover gets hairy enough as it is without you doing that. Yeah, look, that was a really decent strike, and he caught it well there. Almost too well, because it went straight down Darlow's throat. Wait, just let me turn off the keyboard just in case you walk across it and you can't accidentally end the stream or something. What? Ball all the way back to Travers here. Not a great clearance by Travers, though. And here's Solomon back now to Tanaka. Now Solomon again, but poor pass from Tanaka. And that's going to be a free kick in the end to Middlesbrough. Yeah, unfortunately, Luna, you can't really stand there because I can't actually see the football. And that's kind of what we're all here for. Excuse me. Excuse me, Whiskers. Nope. God, you're awkward. Here's Morris playing it forward now to Iheanacho. He's lucky there because Tanaka nearly took it off him. And then the ball through towards Conway was all the way through to Meslier. That's it. You just lie down there. Offside, and I think it was too much on it anyway. Yeah, look, Tanaka took a whack there. Let's have a look. Iheanacho tried to come in, and I think Tanaka might have had his foot stood on, to be honest. Looks like I think we do need a little bit of a change. Did I say Meslier? I meant Darlow. It's force of habit. Honestly, when you've spent like 100, I must have spent like 100 odd games commentating saying Meslier, and now it's Darlow, so it's going to be confusing for me. Here's Darlow rolling it out to Ampadu. Oh, just read Munchy Toy's comment. No, you could just, why don't you just chill where you were, love? Because you're actually now right in front of the screen with your big fluffy ass. That was a good ball for Bergsorg into the box. He shoots. Darlow saves it with his chest, and then Bogle clears. Big, big save from Darlow. Yeah, it's a tight angle, and I think you'd be annoyed if Darlow conceded there, but nevertheless, it's a good save. Made himself big, cleared it, and then saved it away, and then it was cleared by Bogle. But a big period of pressure here from Borough. If Leeds can get through this, Penny, I've had an answer from Mr. Joe Blackburn. He said that probably it just depends whether any are left on the day. Here's Illing Jr. Now Firpo. Gruev. Solomon. Gruev again. Can Leeds just get the ball away here? Here's Aronson, who spreads the ball out wide to Bogle. Leeds with a bit of a break on now. Bogle charging down the right-hand side. Can he find a good pass into the box? It's only Dan James that's in there. Peru waiting on the edge. We're slowing it down. No, it's a good ball into Dan James from Bogle. Dan James's cross across the box is not a very good one. And that's going to be... Where have you gone, Cat? That's going to be a goal kick here to Borough. Oh, no, actually, it might be a throw-in. I think it's a throw-in, so that's not too bad. We might be able to pin them in here and try and get another ball in the box after this. Last 10 minutes, Middlesbrough have had 5 shots, 2 on target, 6 touches in the opposition box, 30 passes in the final third, and 74% possession. So they've had a real period of dominance over the last 10 minutes. But Leeds have the chance. What? Morgan Whittaker plays for them. How? Look, what I don't understand is how are Leeds not able to sign Morgan Whittaker, but Borough were able to? Like, what? People are telling me, oh, we can't sign Morgan Whittaker, he'll go to the Prem or whatever. But if Borough have signed him, why couldn't we have done that? For not that much money and to actually have an option at number 10. An option other than Aronson. Cleared there by Travers. Stoker beating Luton. Oh, yes. Solomon's just won the ball back. Now into Joel Peru. Peru trying to cross it back across the box. It goes past everybody again. I can't believe that. Here's Firpo. Now Ampadu. Bogle. Tries to play it down the line. Blocked, but it's going to be a Leeds throw-in. And now Borough are going to make a substitution. Iheanacho off. What number was Morgan Whittaker? 22? I think he was anyway. That's a foul on Junior. Oh, Gruev it was there, actually. Leeds are going to be making a couple of substitutions. Here's Darlow. I just don't understand this obsession with Byram. I like Byram, but I just don't think he fits in this system. It's going to be a free kick to Leeds on the halfway line, much to the protestation of the Middlesbrough support. Millwall still lead Sheffield United at latest update. Yeah, Aronson got wiped out there. I think it was actually a good tackle from Azaz, but I think it was Hackney that pulled him before that, maybe. Is Gruev. What number is Whittaker? Is he number 11? I think I put 22 for some reason. Here's Dan James into Solomon. Now Peru. Oh, Peru do so well to get the ball through there, and it's going to be I think it's going to be a free kick to Leeds. Oh no, a goal kick to Middlesbrough. I don't know what he's doing, and I don't think the referee knows what he's doing either. Yeah, Byram and Nonto are coming on. Yeah, so Nonto coming on for Solomon, which is kind of what we wanted, but I mean, we all kind of wanted Ramazani. Firpo off for Byram. But is that not trying to basically say that Leeds are going to sit back a little bit? No, sorry, Penny. On the other team, I put Whittaker as 22. But Byram's on, so I imagine that we're going to go a bit more defensive. But I don't think we needed to go a bit more defensive. Is Ailing in the crowd? He does go forward, Ben, but he's not very good. He's not very good at. He never crosses the ball with his left foot. He completely slows down the play, and he's not that good with the ball at his feet. So it just always causes issues for us and slows down our attacks. Bogle in, headed away. Now Tanaka flicks it back away towards Nonto. Nonto's first touch is a good one. Nonto picks it back up again. Nonto's second touch is a very good one as well. Gives the ball back to Byram. Byram's first touch is a good one. I won't carry on like that. Here's Rodon. Now Bogle clears that one down the line. It's going to be a Leeds throw in that Michael Carrick can move out the way of so he doesn't have to pass it to a Leeds player. But here's Bogle. Oh, Darlow. Byram. Spreads it out wide here to Bogle now. Oh, Bergzorg here in the box. And then a good tackle there by Joe Rodon. Someone in the Middlesbrough crowd has got a whistle and they keep blowing it, and it's really annoying me. Here's Byram. Byram still going here, carrying the ball forward. He's got Nonto outside him, gives it to him. Nonto back to Byram. Byram, can he get the ball across the box? He can't, and it's going to be cleared here. Johnny Howson, who will have played alongside Byram, won't he, at some point? Oh, that's a foul against Byram there on Howson, I think. It's going to be a Leeds Borough free kick, sorry. Well, Patrick Bamford's getting ready to come on. Goz, I think you may just need to refresh your end because I don't think it's frozen for anybody else. Oh, was a foul on Nonto? Dan James is down here. Just as we've got a little bit of a break in play here, just remember, tickets are on sale now for the Leeds Creator Cup. £7 for kids. £7 for adults. £3 for kids. So it's just watching the replays back, there's so many missed chances that we've had. So Patrick Bamford is coming on, and it looks like Isaac Schmidt is coming on as well. Isaac Schmidt's replacing Dan James. And Bamford is coming on for Peru. Schmidt is coming on the wing before Ramazani. I mean, I understand that people have got their little bullshit principles and stuff. Oh, no, you can't. He's not training hard enough or whatever. I'm sorry, but he's a better player than Isaac Schmidt as a winger. You just have to do the best for the team to get promoted, surely. You don't sacrifice it for your principles. Dan James did have a knock, I think, and it's probably just a precaution. Let's hope that Isaac Schmidt scores now at least, eh? Here's Azaz down the left-hand side. Towards the edge of the box here for Hackney, who shoots wide. But to me, I would bring on Schmidt every time instead of Byram as a left back replacement for Firpo. See, why is Byram doing Cruyff turns in the left back position, then falling over and handballing it? I think he's given a yellow card to a Borough player here. And then Byram's got one as well. Byram has just done a Cruyff turn in the left back position, fallen over, and then handballed it. I don't know what Byram's thinking. Oh, apparently Morris brandished an imaginary yellow card, which is a bookable offence, according to the commentators. The commentators. Cross comes into the box. Darlow can't punch. No, it's headed away by Gruev, I think. Oh, he's missed that, the defender. And now Schmidt comes forward. Can Schmidt play the ball into Nonto? He can. Here's Nonto. Into Patrick Bamford. Patrick Bamford! Oh, it's offside again. If he's onside again, I'm sorry, but so Nonto gets the ball here. Let's have a look. He's onside. He's onside. Are you joking? If they score now, they've got what? Like, surely to God. Yeah, exactly. Commentator saying, can you imagine if Leeds don't pick up the 3 points? It's shocking. Onside again. He's just because we've timed our run perfectly a couple of times to get in behind and score. That's shocking, that. Have they got a bet on or what? I don't know what I'm going to do if we don't win this game now. We should be 3-0 up. Like, and this is not, we should be 3-0 up because we missed chances. This is, we literally should be 3-0 up because we've had 2 perfectly good goals disallowed for offside. Absolutely mental. Come on, Leeds. Yeah, it was literally Schmidt into Nonto, or Byram into Nonto maybe, and then into Bamford, the 3 subs. Good tackle there by Bogle. I don't think it even is closer than the last one, you know. I think it's the same. He's going to have knocked that out. Yeah, it's going to be a Leeds corner kick there from nothing. But thing is, that's Bamford's 1 in 100 that he actually scores. Matt Clark misses from 3 yards out in stoppage time against Burnley. So am I. I'm really annoyed as well. It's a joke, that, isn't it? Absolute joke. Come on, score from this corner then. Literally perfectly timed run. Headed away there. Nonto slices that one to oblivion. I'm not even angry. I'm just terrified that it's going to mean that we don't win the game. We've got 79 likes and 98 people in the chat. Smash that like button. If we get up to 100 likes, you know that's when we score. Here's Illing Jr. Back now into the defense, but they're coming forward again here. Inside the box. And the ball falls to Bergzorg, and he's dragged it. Thank God he's dragged it. He's absolutely dragged that, but thank God. But what on earth? We should be 3-0 up. We've had the ball in the back of the net legitimately 3 times and only have 1 goal. Nick, that is a horrendous effort at spelling Bergzorg's name. Google his name. Oh, you can't even Google it because that won't even come up. That's his name, Bergzorg. Leeds coming forward again down the side here. Birmingham are promoted. Here's Ampadu. Now Rodon. Schmidt. Bogle. Oh, yeah, him too. Here's Vandenberg. Marching on together, trying to G Leeds up through these last 10 minutes, plus whatever's added on. Oh, God, look. It's mad that we should be 3-0 up and we're not. Grev, get a foot in. Good lad. Oh, but they've still got the ball back here. Good foot by Schmidt. Now Tanaka. That's it. Go back to Darlow, and Darlow can send that one. Absolutely launch it towards Bamford. Oh, Howson just manages to bring that one down. I mean, he does very well, to be fair. Plays it forward. Cut out by Ampadu. Good challenge by Ampadu. Now Gruev tries to challenge, but here's Howson coming towards the box. Good tackle there by Byram. Now Tanaka. Tanaka just sends it into touch. Leeds panicking a little bit, but is the final whistle gone in the Sheffield United game? That's 90 plus 7 in that game. 90 plus 7. Luton 1. Stoke 1 as well. Burnley have drawn. Burnley have drawn 0-0 at Derby as well. So that's a really good result for us. Oh, come on. Azaz gets it across the box. Oh, you will never understand how important that touch is from Bogle. And then across into the box. Here's Azaz, shoots, blocked by Byram, headed away by Ampadu. This is going to be backs to the wall defending as well when it didn't have to be because we should be 3-0 up. That touch from Bogle, by the way, when that ball was crossed into the box just to get it away from the striker arriving at the back post is a really, really good defensive effort. Good tackle there by Bamford and then cleared by Nonto. Ball back with Travers. Oh my God. Now Azaz. Bergzorg. We've been much, much better tonight. We really have. Thing is, we don't have Dan James on the pitch to drag us up now, do we? Good foot by Byram and then good clearance by Ampadu. He just had to get that away there. Morris throws that one in. Here's Hackney. Now Morris. Schmidt's more of a defensive player at the moment, to be honest. Here's Dijksteel. That's a foul. Well drawn there by Bamford, and Leeds can have a free kick and just alleviate some of that pressure. I don't know if Bogle did actually get much of a touch on that. Let's have a look. Yeah, he does. He just gets a touch on it to make it go further than he was expecting it to. Long ball forward from Darlow then. Cleared away. Cleared away by Bogle again. Schmidt goes up for it. Bamford as well. Oh, looks like there was an elbow to the face there. It's a head injury, so the referee has to blow his whistle, and I'm not sure why he's not. It's a head injury, ref. Aronson just got whacked in the face, and the referee didn't blow his whistle. I can't say it as like, no matter how many times I say it, it'll never be enough that we've had two perfectly good goals disallowed. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. Here's Howson. They should do the honourable thing and put the ball in the back of their own net twice. Because essentially, if they're not, they've cheated. Here's Whittaker. Now Hackney. Cleared away well there by Leeds. We can't just sit in like this for a full 10 minutes. We have to at some point play. Like, this is too early to be not playing football anymore. 10 minutes is a long time in a game of football to be backs against the wall. And we're not that good at backs against the wall because we'd ever have to do it. Here's Whittaker, but this ball's gone to Aronson. Now Bamford. Back to Aronson again. Tackled, though, by Vandenberg. Aronson trying to help out defensively again, though. Here's Azaz. Now Whittaker shoots and skied over the bar. It's too early to be sitting back like this. It really is too early for that. We should still be playing football at this point. Well, Gilavogi's coming on. Remember, if a goal goes in, please don't let me know until it does. I thought that's what Clive had done, but he's saying, oh no, because Gilavogi's going to come on. Good ball down the line here towards Patrick Bamford. Bamford getting booed as he has it in the corner here. Plays it to Schmidt. Schmidt tried to win a corner there, but didn't. Who's coming off for him, though? Yeah, we're on 86. Well, we're on 88 now, which is the 89th minute we're in. Here's Howson. Now Whittaker. Ball into the box, headed up by Ampadu, but not away. Now it's away. And now Gruev is going to challenge Whittaker for it, but Whittaker manages to keep it here. Now Whittaker looking for another chance to cross the ball or shoot. Out wide to Illing Jr. Illing Jr. with a cross into the box, headed away by Byram. At least, to be fair, at least with putting crosses into the box, Gilavogi is a big, big guy to be able to head it away. Here's Hackney, goes to shoot. Good block there by Ampadu. Straight back to Vandenberg. Now Howson. Dijksteel. Howson. This is awful, isn't it? My heart's beating out my chest. Good foot there by Byram. Cleared away by Aronson, but there is no outlet. There's nothing up there. So Travers can come and pick it up. We're in the 90th minute now, but we've got time added on, of course. Ball still hasn't gone out of play yet for it to be a Gilavogi substitution. Darlow falls on that one, and he's going to take his time. Yeah, I think Farker is saying, get up the pitch. Darlow clears that. 4 added minutes. Oh my God, this is going to be awful. Byram heads it forwards. Nonto's going to try and chase that down. He's done so well, Nonto, there. He's forced him to go backwards and take a throw in from further back. And now Leeds are going to make a substitution to slow things right down. So it's actually Aronson that's going to come off for number 23, Joshua Gilavogi. Spelling that from memory, and I'm pretty sure I've got it right. And Dale Fry is coming on for Middlesbrough as well. I thought Dale Fry was a centre-back. Or maybe it's so that Howson can go into midfield and play those passes. I imagine that's probably it. Come on, Leeds. We're underway again. Ball out wide here for Borough. Vandenberg to Dijksteel. Sorry, not Dijksteel. It's on the other side, isn't it? Illing Jr., but... Oh, my God. Wow. That was a very... Sorry, I wasn't speaking then. Ball was played down the line to Illing Jr. A slide tackle came in from Schmidt, but the ball was crossed into the box. Everybody missed it, including Darlow, and there was nobody there at the back post. And Byram heads it away for a corner. Leeds have got everybody back, and Travers is up for the corner, headed up in the air. Darlow catches that one. They've got no goalkeeper in there now. I would just hoof it and see if you can score, Darlow. Taking his time, Darlow, though. He might get booked here. I'd say it's probably worth a booking at this point, you know. You can't do what their striker just did as well, by the way, try and put him off his kick. That's going to be a free kick to Leeds there. Bamford brought down, or Bamford with a very good bit of experience he's using there. I honestly, come on, Leeds. Bogle then. He needs to just kind of send it as far as he can without letting the goalkeeper catch it. He kind of chips it down the line here, Bogle. Here's Hackney. Azaz sends it forwards. Now Byram. to Tanaka. Tanaka tries to clear it, but somehow he's bloody controlled it, the Middlesbrough player. Now played out to the other side. They're going to have an opportunity here. Here's Rodon trying to stop Whittaker. Ball into the box, cleared away by Ampadu. Now back into Illing Jr., who shoots, and it's dragged completely wide. Doesn't touch anyone. It's going to be a goal kick to Leeds. Bloody hell. It's awful being a Leeds fan, isn't it? It really is. It is terrifying. He is taking his time. Darlow's taking his sweet time over this. He might get booked at some point. There'll be more added on after the 4 minutes, though, I imagine, because Patrick Bamford shoulders that one down. It's the ball's in midfield. And that's going to be a free kick to Middlesbrough here. We're over the time. Long ball forward here. Gilavogi was pushed there. Bogle. Schmidt away. Only as far as Illing Jr., though. And then Schmidt tries to come back for it again. Come on, Schmidt. Force your way down that line. Good foot there by Bogle. Now, Bamford, get your body in the way. Bamford does well to... Oh, nearly gets the ball to Nonto, but Howson's the one who's picked it up. What a tackle that is by Patrick Bamford. Oh, Bamford's done unreal there. Still going, Bamford. If he can play this ball now... Fantastic ball into Isaac Schmidt. He's in down the right-hand side here. Does he go to the corner? No, he doesn't, but he's... That's it! Leeds have won and we're back top again. Thank God for that. Woo! That's justice. That is absolutely justice for the blatant cheating of the officials in this game. I don't know what's worse, blatant cheating or utter incompetence. I'll let you decide that. But... honestly, we're back top again. This is just the championship, isn't it? Unreal Bamford was at the end of this game. It's that experience. Wow. Yeah, good finish by Bamford. That was onside that was called offside by the linesman. Christ. Oh, God. Yeah, look. So uncomfortable towards the end, but thank God it counted as a goal. Thank God it counted as a goal. I can't believe we had 2 disallowed. 2 that was completely onside. Yeah. But look, top of the championship again. It's beggars belief, isn't it? But look, last season, every single time we had the bad luck go against us. Let's hope we've got a bit of good luck this time. 85 points, top of the league, goal difference of 52. 5 games to go. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, it was a good game of football. It was. And Leeds have just come out on the right side of it. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Look, thanks everybody so much for joining me tonight. Thanks to all those Leeds Elite members who continue to support the channel. Thanks to all the regular subscribers as well for all your continued support, and a special thanks as well to those of you who have left super chats tonight. I really appreciate that on what was and shouldn't have been a very, very stressful stream. And Leeds United are back on top of the championship. Thanks for watching. There will be a match reaction out shortly if you want to watch that as well. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.